Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is your intro. Thank you for tuning in. It is about to go down. We vibing tonight. It's gonna be a real good vibe. I'm feeling tropical. I'm feeling like, oh man, it's feeling good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Court Battle League Studios. I am your host, Mad Gamer. CourtBattleLeague.com, brought to you by MadGamer.com, presenting to you the Legacy Series for Apex Legends. This is a tournament series where teams are battling to try and qualify into our championship tournaments. Hello, welcome, thank you, and hello. I'm your host. I am going to be commentating and managing these events today. I am Mad Gamer INC. Go ahead and follow us at Court Battle on Twitter. Go to our Facebooks and more. You can go to Mad Gamer INC. This is me. Pretty much run everything through this, and I want to give a shout out right from the start to See the One You Envy doing our scores. As usual, been holding it down since the beginning for the Apex events. We have NBA Live, we have NBA 2K, we have so many other games that we like to run events for, and we will be doing some Battlefield tournaments in the near future with Battlefield 2041 coming out this week. So get ready for that. But with all that in mind, we are excited for today. It's going to be a fun time bringing together the Apex community. This is specifically qualifiers, and everybody is eligible to win big and jump into our championship. We'll describe and break it down shortly, but I want to run through a couple different things. This is an independent movement. We are for you. So feel free to contact me, engage with me, whether it's through the chat, even though there's a 5-minute delay, or through social media, which I can respond a lot quicker. If you tag me, Mad Gamer INC, or Court Battle Leagues, we will try to engage with you during these events and present, you know, your thoughts and comments about the matchups. Maybe you're a player in the event, you got something to say, we'll give it a look. All right, so we're going to start engaging with you guys in a deeper level. So we welcome you on board with us. It is going to be fun times. We have some seriously amazing teams, some newer teams that we saw last week, and then on top of that, brand new teams that we've never seen before. So overall, it's gonna be an exciting run for me, who has been hosting these events, seeing the top players in the world coming in, competing, and being a part of the movement. Okay, with all that in mind, we hope you guys are enjoying it and are excited about what we have for you. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and just introduce the format and everything that you need to know before we get started. I want to start off with our schedule, actually our roadmap. This right here, what you're looking at, is the roadmap. A very simple setup here. Everybody is eligible to enter in our tournaments through our qualifiers. Today we will have a qualifier where every team is trying to battle to get themselves into the majors, and we have these all of November and most of December. So you're eligible to enter at any time. Just sign up through our Discord, get onto our Discord and get involved. Once again, Court Battle Leagues Esports, bringing you the Legacy Series, and you will play in these qualifiers, which are community events. Everyone is free to enter. If you make it and you win in one of these qualifiers, you automatically enter into the majors. From the majors, you have a chance to get to the championship rounds. Should be fun and exciting stuff. Outside of that, we're going to give you the schedule so you can see more or less some days left here. We're currently on the 9th, Tuesday, 2021, and we have a special event today. But this Thursday and Friday, we have more events for you guys to enter for free to get involved and enjoy. Alrighty, so feel free to get in on these. You can sign up to any of the events you see on our Discord, and we will go ahead and process you to allow you to jump into the qualifiers. With that in mind, we got enough talk, and we're going to be getting these games rolling in literally a couple minutes. We're waiting for the teams to ready up. It looks like most of them are. But here is the format for those that are new to these events and trying to understand how do we do things. There's a format called match point format. It was made by Respawn originally, and we took that and modified it to add a little twist and extra excitement to keep the matches fresh for what we have. And basically, all of the 20 teams will be battling in a private server where they are trying to score through placement and eliminations. Placement points, you can get 12 points for first place, 9 points for second place, and 7 points for third place, and so on and so on, as you can see. And then you also have our eliminations. This is where we added a multiplier to the eliminations. On the first round, it'll be 1 point per elimination. On the second round, it'll be 2 points per elimination. And on the third round, it'll be 3 points per elimination. A very simple multiplier. Each round, it'll add up to the amount. So when you get to the third, it'll be 3 points. When you get to the fourth game, it'll be 4 points. Now, if you're wondering, how do you win this if those are the way you score? Well, every team is battling to get to 50. That is the match point threshold. Once you reach 50, you are eligible to win the game, but you have to get first place on the next game. That is pretty much how the system works. It's a very simple system, but it's very exciting, and you'll see why in just a minute. That's how you enter. That's how you are eligible to win, by reaching 50. Now, one team reaching 50 doesn't mean that it's over. Every team can reach 50, but whoever gets first place after reaching 50 will be the winners. So in other words, getting to 50 isn't enough. There are times where teams reach 50 very early on, but cannot get first place on any of the games after, which gives everybody else a chance to get in on the action. That is the exciting part overall. And shout out to everybody in the chat. We thank you so much. A lot of players are here, and there is a little bit of a delay. We apologize. We're waiting for one player, and we can get this event started. I am very excited personally, and it's looking really, really good tonight. We have amazing teams, and I'm going to go ahead and give the teams a shout out, which I don't normally do, but tonight's the night, baby. And I hope you guys love this. We're gonna go ahead and shout out multiple teams that we've seen here, and then the teams that we've also haven't seen, brand new. And understand, a lot of the teams that we have seen have changed players and rosters, and it's all new formats. With that in mind, you have Raven Horizon, Skyline, Envy, and I might know Team Envy is all females. And the reason I want to point this out is because I did not know that last week, and I just found this out doing profiles on players. We've asked you guys to send us your social medias and information about you. We'll do that again on the Discord so we can know. But Team Envy, as you see here, these guys, these women are taking over. As you know, Apex has the most amazing female players in the world, and they're just top tier, just like Claire and so many more amazing Apex players. And to be honest with you, some of my favorite players are females. I've seen them dominate in lobbies and do incredible things. So let's hope Team Envy represents for the women's as a full female squad. With that in mind, we got Team Nightmare, Team Humble. We have SWAT Esports. We have Team X, FGB, Team Finn, Grape Shots, Team Omega, Reapers, the Goons, Team Wreck, the Lions, DBG. And I love this team right here, Team Vibes. Just created their team today and said they just want to have some fun and get in and enjoy themselves. And I love that. Team Phoenix in the building. And the last two teams, SJP and Hype Squad. That is it, and no more talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're literally going to begin this match right now. Should be very exciting. A lot of great teams that we know and a lot of new teams trying to make a move. We are so excited for everyone tonight. It's gonna be exciting for me as a caster, watching all of these teams go and showcase their skills and abilities going forward. And I hope you guys will enjoy as much as I will as we go forward. We're going to be checking out every single team on the lobby, trying to go around and show you the action while introducing you to these teams. Every single week I get a team or a player thanking me for hosting these events because they get signed to esports teams, they get sponsorships, deals, and they get so much love out of this. And I just want to advise every single player and every team to take the time to network and build your name throughout social media. It's not about just playing in the tournaments. You have to network and get out to the public so that people can know who you are and know what's going on. That's the goal, and that's where we hope you guys enjoy going forward from here. So first game is in, and we will keep these games rolling. We understand that there are errors sometimes and issues. Feel free, if you're a player, to hit us up on the Discord. We have the channel for it. Our mods will try and address it and get you back in for the next game and things like that. So good luck to everybody. But man, oh man, let's get this rolling. And we're going to start off with a bang. And of course, we're going to be playing in the most competitive map in all of Apex. And you guys know I love this map. I've talked greatly about it. My favorite for the esports scene. We are in World's Edge. We're going to be playing on World's Edge all day long. And we're going to take a quick look at the all-females team and see what they are all about. As you can see right here, we have 3 in Team Envy: Eclipse, Mrs. Chill, and Electric. We're gonna call them by those nicknames there, and they're dropping in a nice area where you can actually rotate around and get yourself deeper in the fight. So it's a good start there in Lava City. I love Lava City just because you can rotate down and try to get to Dome and launch, or you can move up towards deeper north. So good stuff from them, and I think this is a good rotation, maybe probably a premeditated landing spot where they love to go to loot up and then just meet up together. One of the things I advise every player to do is 60 seconds or less. Do not spend a lot of time in one area. Grab what you need and then get out quick. That is the goal as a player. You don't want to be stuck looting for 10 minutes while another team has moved in and probably third-partied you and taken you out. So with that in mind, a lot of teams are about to go head-to-head, and there are some teams about to collide. We're going to switch on over to see what Team Nightmare is going to do, and it looks like they are right next door to Team Lion. There's a lot of teams in, you know, the hot spot. Team This is #1 overall fragment where there's always some action. There's about 3 teams in this area, and we're gonna see them battle very shortly and go from there. For everybody watching, if you're a player and you have concerns, please comment on our Discord. We'll take care of you over there only. Everything else we do not address. With that in mind, good vibes only. Shout out to every single team. And we're seeing shots being ran off by Team Lion right here. Good shot so far. He's going to get back with his team here. He has a Revenant. Always dangerous when you see a Revenant somewhere in a lobby, and it could get very hairy. And look at this. He gets taken down. And that right there is for all the social media complainers about Revenant. Hey, take him out early. You don't have to worry about his Red Vault. And right now, Nightmare getting some work done, taking down one of the players, and now they're chasing, trying to get themselves some early points here and do their job. And it's not easy when you're chasing a Pathfinder like that. I mean, Octane, I'm sorry. So Octane is getting out of there, doing a real good job, but he's going to be running into another team very shortly, and he's going to have his hands full as multiple teams are in his area, and it's going to get real. As you can see, with the last player on that team getting chased down by Team X right now. And they are looking to eliminate this team fast and early. And bumping heads is the third party situation. Downing another player. Nightmare destroying and taking out Team X already. Great stuff right there by Nightmare. And it looks like the Lions are going to survive. But Nightmares did wipe out a second team as they were chasing down the Lions. Great stuff so far. And man, oh man, what a night. We're going to see some great teams do some great things. Should be very interesting to say the least. We're going to look around and see where everybody is. And it looks like Lions are going to try to pick up their teammate. Check out team vibes for a second here. We have some incredible energy from them in our Discord, saying that they just want to come in and try to win today. They're not being sweaty. They want to have a good time. And we respect that from team vibes. And we're going to go ahead and rotate around. Look at Team Phoenix, a sleeper team who came in last season and somehow made it into our majors and really put up a fight. And it was a really good time to watch underdog teams try to make a move. And now I'm sure they've added their skills to improve and give themselves a better chance for the future. We'll see how they perform today, but that is exciting to see. They get scanned right now, so they're gonna have to be very careful in this scenario. A team right above them, and guess who it is? Team Raven. Shots being ran off. The team captain getting hit very hard all by himself, and a Revolt has come out. Oh my goodness, folks, it's about to get crazy with multiple teams in the area. Team Nightmare looking to dominate the lobby, pushing in for the third party fight, chasing down with the perfect precision on timing. They got to be very careful. There's 2 teams in their area right now, and they're going to go ahead and scan and see both teams, and now they're going to have to play a little smarter and take their time. I'm loving what I'm seeing by Team Nightmare here, being super aggressive, scoring early kill points, trying to take over the lobby, as you can see right here. Shots being ran off. Amazing stuff. Nightmare really might be a nightmare. Lord Almighty, thank you so much. This is looking good. I like what I'm seeing so far by Team Nightmare, but they are getting attacked here by the Reapers, who were trying to be super aggressive with a Red Vault. And right now, Team Reapers are hurting pretty bad. Down 2 players. They got to be very careful here as the Nightmare crew, again, cleaning up shop, taking out one of Reapers players, and they're looking to continue their reign, and they have multiple kills to start this off. Is looking real good for them. Shots being popped off, and this team right here is super dangerous. Average Wingman Enjoyer is his name. Amazing stuff, and Wingman used to be my #1 weapon before the seasons began, and now it's still one of the best weapons if you know how to use it. And right now, Team Nightmare again just dominating the scenario. And Grape Shop, this is a terminology for cannon. Multiple cannons blast. Grape Shot here, a brand new team we've never seen. And GS trying to survive and see what they can do here. They're getting hit extremely hard. They have to be very careful and get out of there. I would definitely get out. And Nightmare once again already dominating the lobby in great fashion, and truly are a nightmare with the performance that they are putting on right now. That is scary. They have 12 kills to start this tournament, and there's still 16 teams left. They're pretty much taking out every team on their own. A savage team, to say the least. And we're gonna go ahead and rotate around and check on who else is in the action right next door. As you can see close by, looks like Vibes catching some vibes and trying to scan forward as they get prepared to get themselves deeper into the ring. Teams are playing for position, and there's so much going on in the teams. I really love what I'm seeing. Everybody is getting deeper into the ring and holding their positions and trying to play this smart. And it looks like a brand new team right here. Team Wreck, War Ring, who has been with us for a while now, has come a long way as a player. I got to give him a lot of credit for never giving up and being consistent. And he's out here with his new team that he just formed to try to make a name for himself and get into these qualifiers. And they're looking to get aggressive here, and I like that a lot. L-Star throws and a lot of damage being dealt out here. There's multiple teams in fights right now. Skyline inside holding down the base, while outside DBG, Nightmare, and then also Wreck, all right in this building area fighting against each other. Super interesting stuff. Skyline getting some really good shots off. They get down to their last player. Can they survive? And no, they don't. Once again, Team Nightmare lighting it up. And right there, Team Nightmare doing really good. Team Wreck down to their last player. And Team Nightmare really dominating this lobby. And I cannot believe what I'm seeing. We've seen this last season from a different team who came in and destroyed a lobby in their first game. The question is, can they keep this pace up for the remainder of the tournament? Remember, one game isn't enough. And right now, Team Nightmare, top tier performance without a shadow of doubt, but there's still a lot of teams left. 14 teams. While Team Nightmare has scored the most eliminations, they still need to win it all to score big. And we will see how that works in the near future. And we're looking at multiple teams playing it safe. Let's take a quick look at a very strategic team here, looking for placement and holding down their position. This is a decent spot when it comes to where the ring is right now. They're gonna have to rotate deeper in, but Team Envy holding down the fort in the backside, and they're very comfortable at the moment, but they have to be careful because if you don't rotate in time, you'll end up fighting other teams and getting into third-party situations. So right now, Team Envy about to make a decision on where they're going to rotate and how they're going to play it. And man, oh man, speaking of how they're going to play it, I'm giving you guys a look at all the opposite teams in the area, and they are very close to multiple teams. So until they get deeper into the ring, they're going to have to be very careful here, Team Envy. But playing is super smart and taking their position properly. You like what you see right here from the all-girls team. Great stuff by them. And right now, here it is, shots being rained off. We're going to see them in action. They have to be very careful. They're getting third-partied here. And Wraith going ahead and starting up her portal to get her team out of that situation. And one of their players do go down, and she's trying to figure it out all by herself. This is one of the best things about Wraith, being able to survive crazy scenarios, and she's irreplaceable in that fashion. One of the best in the game still, in my opinion, even with our new legend Ashe doing some amazing abilities. Wraith still has great use when it comes to her portal, whether you're being defensive or aggressive with it. You can do a lot of great things with that. And of course, her Q, top tier. So we're going to see what Envy does, and the team behind her is Team Goon and Vibes. So they end up bumping heads here, and now they're going to have to pick a fight and figure out how they're going to play this. I would pop my Revolt in this scenario and then just try to push this team all the way back, but they get two players down, and now it's Team Nightmare third party. And guys, again, they have stole the show once again. Another team elimination by Nightmare, dominating in great fashion. And my oh my, Team Nightmare washing it up perfectly. And we're gonna go ahead and rotate around and see how this plays out. Team Humble trying to pop some shots off into and really beautiful spot right above. And we're gonna take a look at the teams deep in the ring. SWAT Esports playing it smart. They're in the center of the ring as it closes. Very comfortable, not much to worry about. As well as FGB sitting up high in a decent spot, but they got to get some cover and watch their back because it can get wild. And speaking of that, look who's here. They get scanned, and now they're about to pick a fight against multiple teams who are here. FGB trying to survive against Team Lion and Horizon. Nightmare coming in for the third party once again. As we see, they're consistently trying to push the fight in this brand new team. Man, I need to get profiles on these guys. As I tell everybody in the Discord, feel free to send me your profiles and get you guys in so I can know who you are, because this team right here, no clue who they are, but they are proven to be savage. I could just say it loud and clear. And shots being rained off by Team SWAT, doing a good job here, but they are going to get third party. As I explained, this is a very tight quarter scenario. And right now, SWAT deciding that they do not want this trouble, and they're going to try to rotate out. Doing a really good job with that jump pad to find their way through. They have to be extremely careful in this scenario. And gets taken out, ladies and gentlemen. Team Nightmare yet again. They are on the kill feed at all times. Savage gameplay, but look at this. Team Raven with the God spot on this final ring here, well, this fifth ring coming up, they're going to have the God spot on this roof. Now, the question is, when you get a spot like this, you have to be good enough to keep it. So they're going to have to put out a lot of damage and push teams back and have enough heals and ammo to consistently push these teams back. Sometimes it's really all about the ammo and heals, because you can hold this spot, but if you do not have any actual ammo or heals during these quick pokes, can be devastating. So right now, Team Raven sitting very comfortable and holding down their spot right now. Pretty interesting. Gonna see who is left on the lobby, and my gosh, Team Nightmare is still in the building, and they are actually pushing in to Team Alpha right now, and they're gonna go ahead and try to get super aggressive. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. Normally we swap around teams, but this team right here is on fire, so we're gonna focus on them for the moment. Rocking the alternator and the wingman, some really good mobility weapons. Beautiful shots being rained off, and they are pushing Team Alpha back, and a perfectly timed Gibby bombardment, but not enough. Team Nightmare taking care of business. Now they have the God spot, but they are chasing these kills, ladies and gentlemen. They are really going at it, and it might be an early night tonight with the amount of amazing plays by Nightmare, and they're getting super aggressive. One of their players might go down, and they doesn't, somehow surviving that fight 2-on-1 and still able to survive it and looking insane. And this is it right here, folks. Team Nightmare versus one, and this is not looking good for the rest of the lobby on this match. The Lions and Omega. And right now, Team Omega just trying to survive this situation. They get taken out. This could be it for the grand finale, and an amazing performance to start off. It's looking real good, and what an incredible, possibly one of the greatest finishes, not even the greatest matches that we've ever seen from one team. The performance was top tier, possibly the best we've ever seen, one of the best. We've had many incredible teams in the past come in and do similar things, but man, oh man, I am personally impressed by what they did. And let's just take a quick look at how confident they were. They jumped into this bubble 2 versus 1 and somehow survived as his teammate came by and helped a little bit at the end there, but he was going off. And you talk about greatness, Nightmare has set the bar and really put on a show in the best fashion that we've ever seen. And someone said aimbot. If it is, please report it and do me the favor. I will gladly ban any team off the bat, but for me, this was just great performances. Everything that we saw was top tier, best in class overall. And man, oh man, Nightmare are really a nightmare. I'm loving what I'm seeing by these guys so far. And man, oh man, in a second, we're going to show you the leaderboards and get game number 2 started. For now, just stay tuned. Check out our schedule. Sign up if you want to get involved in these tournaments. I don't know, after Nightmare wins. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in 2 seconds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we're still going at it. Thank you so much. As you can see on this calendar, you have a lot of dates you can sign up and get yourself involved with these tournaments. Also, thank you for the follows and the likes and the shares. And we're on all the platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, every platform right now. Instagram, we're live on everything at this very moment at the same time, simultaneously. Yes, I could say that word. We are live everywhere for you to enjoy. So we thank you so much for showing the love and support. Now, with that in mind, get into our Discord, jump into these games. Somebody has to stop Team Nightmare. Let's be honest. Those guys destroyed the lobby in a way I've never seen in my life. And man, oh man, it is just the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the scores and get game number 2 started right now. We want to get the ball rolling. There is no possible way that I'm looking at this score. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot. This is a world record for our tournament. Somebody take a screenshot, clip this reaction. Are you kidding me? There is no possible way that that is the right scores. And I know See the One You Envy is our scoreboard. She's done this faithfully and done this amazingly. And I really am. I'm baffled. 55 points. And my oh my, someone is trying to claim that there was some type of aimbot as a joke, but if there is, please send the clip to my DMs on Discord and I will gladly look into it. But I don't believe that was the case from what I saw, but I was busy calling the action. But we do want to see anything. I'm still stunned that they have 55 points in the first game, folks. Now, we have top players, world-class players. We've had, you know, the champions of the world play in our tournaments. And somehow these guys came in and done the unthinkable that we've never seen before. And I can't even say it yet because it's crazy. Team Nightmare has 55 points. Wow. And yes, we will need everybody's vlogs after this VOD video. But man, oh man, wow. Just for a moment, I just want to take a moment and say wow, because I've never seen that in my life. It's very impressive and actually very exciting to think that we'll have a team like this if they can win. Now, if they win, and we're going to take a pause for a second. If these guys legitimately win today on this next game, because they do have 50, then we will keep the tournament going and start up a new one without them, and then keep it rolling so that another team can have a chance to enter the majors also, just because it's ending too fast. But that is insane, to say the least. All right, well, you have the scores. You know who's the team to beat. If you're just tuning in and you're trying to figure out how does this format work, it's match point. First team to 50 doesn't mean they win. Reaching 50 means you have a chance to win if you can get first place on the next game. So the only team eligible at the moment is Team Nightmare. But everyone else, if they eliminate them on this next match, then they will have a chance to take over and keep the tournament alive. Super interesting, but I am honestly devastated by the first time ever seeing something like this in my life. All right. Well, with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get the next match rolling. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you guys are enjoying it today. Such a great first game. Never in my life have I seen this, and we will be looking at it over and over and over all week long to make sure it was legit. We did get a lot of footage of them playing because they were phenomenal. So anybody trying to throw claims, feel free to message us. We keep it very fair and secure for the teams and the community. And from what I've seen, it was fair and it was amazing performance so far. But we will gladly take anybody's feedback, as we always do for our tournaments. With that in mind, we appreciate you guys and thank you so much for tuning in. This is just a start, and we're honored to have this team be this good. You have to be grateful. I mean, if you're one of the players, it's a little hard to be grateful, but if you're one of the viewers, you'll be like, wow, this is amazing performances, and you'll love it. So it's a little bit of both. For me personally, I'm a manager, so all I want is the fairness. And if it was a true fair performance, then man, we are excited to have them in the majors. So we're gonna go into game 2 and go from there. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and watch game number 2 and enjoy ourselves as we go. We're gonna take a look at this crazy team, the insane plays that they've had so far, and I'm just a fan of great performances. So hopefully this is all fair game, and hopefully they'll continue to reign. Of course, it's hard to believe for anybody, but that means we have something special here possibly from these guys. So tune in and enjoy game number 2. And we have multiple teams here. As you can see, multiple teams have dropped in fragment. Actually, only one team dropped in fragment right now, and that is Team Nightmare. So they are sitting comfortable in fragment east, in between fragment east and west, and they'll be able to stay there for a little while. We're gonna go ahead and rotate around, check out Team Envy as they loot up as well. One of the most important parts as we look at the map quickly, the most important part about maps is understanding your rotations. All right, you don't want to go through certain areas, and you want to have cover everywhere you go. So teams got to be extremely careful with how they play in certain scenarios. So speaking of certain scenarios, it looks like Envy is right next door to a team, so they might be bumping heads with Team Raven, who's looting up in the building right across from them. So it could get real shortly, but a lot of times in the beginning, some teams kind of have like this unspoken truth where they won't attack each other and they'll take their time looting up. You might see a team, you'll ping them, but you'll keep looting because you know you don't have a gun or you don't have any armor yet, and you just want to prepare for the fight. So it's very possible that might happen right now, or end up bumping heads shortly. We'll see as Team Envy makes their way, and it looks like Team Raven actually sees them, and they just pinged them, and they have a Watson, so they're holding their line of defense at the moment. Literally, get it? Watson, line of defense. All right, I'm done. Bad joke, but we're gonna see if they can handle it. The goons are right here against Team Envy, and they're gonna be possibly taking the fight, and I think they should, because they have the advantage on this high ground area right here, and being able to do a little bit of damage to upgrade their armor. They only have white armor. An incredible patience here from Team Goons, and they get downed right off the back. Team Envy getting super aggressive, but it's very difficult to get in on a Watson unless you break her fences, and they have a chance, but they got to be very careful here. Rocking that Mozambique. Don't sleep on a Mozambique. There was a time it was a joke and it was a bad gun back when the game first released, but now I honestly love the damage it does and your mobility. And it's an automatic weapon, guys. It can really do some special things, so do not sleep on that. And it's looking like Team Envy is hurting pretty bad. They're gonna have to heal up and figure out what they're gonna do against Team Goons right now. And Team Goons doing the right thing, not forcing the issue. Sometimes people overextend and get excited. They'll jump out of their cover and just push a team unnecessarily. And right now, Team Goons being patient and probably communicating, hey, they're right outside. Let's take our time here, heal up, prep for the fight. And with a Watson, you can get your shields up pretty fast without wasting all your shields. It's a really great thing, and I'm loving that I'm seeing Watsons more in the tournaments. It just means teams want to win. She's a winner in my opinion, and if you pick hers because you really do want to win. And here it is, the aggressive Goons are starting to push the pace. They decided to get outside. That wasn't a good idea because Envy took some really good shots and hurt two of their players, and now they're gonna have to heal up and figure it out. And Team Envy upgraded their shields to purple just off of these exchanges. As you can see, it's a start, and solid stuff right now by Team Envy. They're deciding to rotate, and honestly speaking, it wasn't a fight you could have won. You're gonna push inside into Watson gates, and it's not worth the fight. And Team Envy backing off while the Goons are still holding their position. I like this play right here by them. Sometimes it's not worth the fight. And they backed off and took care of business there. And we're going to go ahead and look around to Team Nightmare, about to get super aggressive again. Remember, this team has 50. They have a chance to win it all. It's their game to win if they can be #1 overall. That's easier said than done, but it's definitely something that is possible. And right now, Team Nightmare being super aggressive, going out for the kills. We're going to see what they can do here, if they have what it takes with these shots. Really beautiful stuff by Team Nightmare. Love what you see by these guys. Super aggressive, consistently pushing the pace. And they're about to bump into Team Envy, who's right above them. And it looks like, can this be the moment that we will see true action between Team Envy and Nightmare taking place? And such a great aggressive push to possibly rotate their team if they want, making Envy uncomfortable, getting hit from both sides. Shots being ran off, Envy getting hit. Beautiful stuff by Team Nightmare. Last player on Envy, she gets taken down, and man, oh man, this team is insane. And they again have cleaned it up, taking out multiple teams. Once again, they're stealing the points from other teams at this time, and they're just being super aggressive about their play, which is perfectly fine and fun to see for us as viewers. But I'm sure for the players, it's frustrating when you have such a great team. And it's funny enough, you know, people that are trying to enter these qualifiers, these are the type of teams you might face. And we've seen it in the ALGS where top teams just slaughter people who want to enter the qualifiers. And then they make it in, and then they end up competing for the championships. So it's possible that Nightmare can be one of those teams, depending on if they can win this. And then on top of it, you know, in the majors, can they make it through? Right now, they're scanned another player. They're going to push the pace. Looking like they're getting super aggressive right now. And it's looking like SJP are the team that they are actually being aggressive against. And SJP taking their time, trying to get, or not taking their time, rushing their way out of the fight. And Nightmare just consistently being aggressive here. Good shots by them, but man, oh man. SJP hurting pretty bad, and they got to be very careful. Perfect shots with the card. My new favorite weapon for now, for the week, for the month. Shots popped off perfectly and eliminated. And right now, DBG in the mix against Team Nightmare, trying to put up a fight against them, but they're getting third-partied as well, and they get hit, and it's looking really wild in here for Team Nightmare getting third-partied, and they find cover. They take their time and still finding ways to score and eliminate multiple teams. Really beautiful shots. And right now, Skyline trying to get some work done. They down one of Nightmare's players. Nightmare's is still up here, reviving their teammate. And man, oh man, what insanity we just seen. Right now, a lot of teams are suggesting some things about Nightmare. I don't like to assume. We're gonna look into it right now. It's pretty difficult to look into it while we're in the middle of an event, but after this match we'll give it a quick look. Team Nightmare being super aggressive right now, pushing the pace and trying to get in on this action. And you got to give them credit for just going insane all this tournament so far. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We just making sure we got some things in order. So we're gonna look to see what's happening here. Team Nightmare getting revolted, but they cleaned it up pretty good here so far. Honestly, I would wipe out the player. Team Vibes, only team eligible, able to knock down, almost eliminate Team Nightmare. Shots being ran off. Team Nightmare putting in work again. Insanity at its finest. Ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely going to be checking this out. I had to take a moment to pause to talk on Discord with the teammates and tell them that we will be investigating these previous two games, and that's why I haven't done commentary here, and I was focusing on that, but we will be looking into it shortly. For those that are watching, if you're a player, go to the Discord and chat about it. This is where we handle all of those situations. So for everybody else watching, apologies. The players are starting a revolution, DMing me and messaging about this, but we'll look into it right after this game. We're going to keep calling this game and allowing ourselves to at least enjoy the last run of this as we go forward. All right, remember, I host, I manage, and I run everything. So while I'm not commentating, it's specifically because I had to take care of some Discord stuff at the same time. So at some point I'll build a big team and we'll be able to do that carefully, but as of right now, that is not the case. There's only 7 teams left. Team Grapes, Reapers, the Lions, Vibes, Nightmares, Team SWAT, and FGB. Of course, Team Grape Shot. A hilarious name, but I love it. So these guys are the last hope for the server. One of the few teams that have full teams. Team Lions as well. They could make some moves and try to take over. And we'll see what's going on. So right now, Team Lions sitting comfortable deep in the ring. They want to hold their positions and keep control and try to take over this game. We know that we've been foreshadowed with Nightmare, but we'll figure that out as we go forward. As far as everything else, guys, some real heavy duty weaponry right now with the Spitfire. Man, the Spitfire being a care package weapon has changed a lot, honestly speaking, and I think it should stay there for a while. It's a fun weapon to fool around with, but to have it consistently, you know, where somebody with bad aim can continuously fire while you're reloading, it's a mess. But the Lions looking really good right now. I like what they got going on at the moment, and it's looking like Team Nightmare's down a player, just what the whole community was hoping for one of these guys to go down, or the full team to go down. So now it's 2-on-1, and the lobby has a chance, and the only team that's eligible with 3 players is the Lions. So you never know, can this be the team to win this match? Everybody else is ratting it out with 1 player or 2, even Team Nightmare. And as we know, Team Nightmare has been having it rough and trying to figure it out on this round. First round was a blowout, but we will see how the ball rolls right now. And Lion trying to get deeper into the ring and figuring out where they're going to go. I like this building choice right here. This could be the last ring for the last fight. Of course, there's still another round to go, but if they hold this here, they'll be very comfortable for the remainder of the game. We're going to go up top and see what's happening as they continue to clean up the shop. Only 3 teams left: Team Lion, Team Nightmare, and SWAT Esports, all in the building trying to survive this situation. And Team Lion, again, a team we saw last week do some really good stuff, but they have a tall task. And they're about to get hit by surprise right now by Team Nightmare. So let's see what Team Lion can do. As they get scanned from below, they're going to see how they play this here. No way. Taking down 2 players, my lord. And Team Lion has their chance, but they're down to their last player. And guys, this is insane. Team Nightmare as well, down to the last player. They're going to revive their teammate. And Team SWAT is going to rat it out. It's going to be 2-on-1, the lobby. And I know everybody's mad about Team Nightmare. I would be extremely mad, and I'm very cautious and suspicious, but I'm also in wonder as far as like amazingness goes. Now, obviously, we will investigate this after this game, and possibly give everybody a new lobby with. But if not, I mean, these guys have been incredible. And Nightmare going ahead and pushing up towards the center to try to take over right here. They're cleaning it up. Looks like Lions are just trying to survive this fight here. See if they can do it. And they cannot, folks. One last player against Team Nightmare. What type of madness is this, guys? Who would have ever thought we'll see something like this? I would have never thought. And there it is. Game, set, match. Team Nightmare takes control. And guys, this whole thing has thrown us in a world when now I got to pause the tournament to confirm or deny any type of actual issues. And then we'll possibly continue this going forward if we can, or that might be it. But we're going to see right now. I'll be right back shortly. Go ahead and look at our schedule while I check into this. Again, we have a very small team. See, the one you envy keeps the scores, and I pretty much run everything else. So we're going to look into it shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back. There's gonna be an investigation, but that just means they're great. When you're that good, in my opinion, either you're that good or you're cheating, right? Of course, everybody's gonna assume this. Us personally, the staff, have not assumed that anybody cheats, but we respect all the players and we want to give them a fair case. We can't do that today during these tournaments. And we want to give these teams who have played in our tournaments before and have been amazing all the time. They have been incredible players for a while now. This isn't the first time they've come out in our events. So I'm very, very honored to have them. But for the players' sake, we will investigate it. I do understand. I would be very upset to get destroyed like that as well. It really, really hurts egos and prides. And at the same time, we want to continue this tournament and give the players a chance to play without these amazing top tier players. And the fact that you guys are making me say this and pretty much give them, you know, don't give them the credit. I don't like that. First of all, I give them nothing but credit. It was one of the greatest performances we ever saw. Now, do I need to investigate it? I will. After today, tomorrow, at some point, I will look into it. There's no way to check it all out and confirm everything in 5 minutes. I would like to make sure that we're certified. Okay. With that in mind, we're going to keep it pushing. And we're going to go ahead and get to game number 3. And teams still have a chance. All right. So everybody can jump on board and get in. And the scores are a little bit off right now, but we'll figure that out. See, the one you envy takes care of those. Everybody, please don't be toxic towards these players. Give them love and appreciation. If they're this great, which they are, then we just had the champions of the ALGS possibly come in. Last year, we've had multiple contenders for the championship and the world champions for the ALGS play in our events, and we were honored. And it looked like there were cheaters as well. It looked like they were so good. But honestly, you know, this type of thing happens when you're talking about top tier greatness. So just please bear with us. We're going to keep it pushing. We're going to keep the event going, and we are excited to get this rolling with the teams having a chance. There's still a lot of great teams. All right. Team Nightmare has officially won and made it into the majors. We will investigate it, but I do not want to talk about it anymore on stream. These matters are meant to be in private. It's disrespectful to the teams to accuse them of something like that. Okay? So please don't do that. And let's focus on going forward from here. Okay. So I am trying to be courteous to you players hitting me up about it, but I honestly... All right, so ladies and gentlemen, with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get the matches ready for the next event. Congratulations to Team Nightmare. Either way, all right, let's not do that. And I apologize for allowing players to influence the way I host tournaments and the way I run things. I normally don't go through this debacle type of scenario, but I would hope my chat in the stream learns to behave and be positive and respectful to each other and just be cool. Okay, I trust and believe in the community. All right, so give us about 2 minutes and we're gonna start this match. Hey, everybody watching, you know what's the positive about all this? We're gonna get 2 winners tonight. The most dominant performance in the history of our tournaments. And I'm telling you, last year we had the world champions. You know, the $2 million prizes for the ALGS. The team that won that was in our tournaments last year, and they could not perform as good as Team Nightmare did. So give them the credit. We will investigate further in the future, and we'll keep you guys up to date in our Discord. But these guys were insane and amazing, and I'm really proud to have them. But we're moving on, and we're going to start playing these next games going forward. Okay, so we're going to ask Envy. And everybody else to let's get going. With that in mind, let's keep the scores rolling here. As you can see, the Lions have 36 points. They have been dominant, all right? Don't sleep on this team. They have been dominant. And they've been incredible. So shout out to them for doing some incredible stuff. But also right behind them, Team SWAT with 14, Omega with 14. The Vibes have 12. It's a very good run so far. Okay, so it's anybody's game. We're gonna see how that rolls. We're starting up the next match right now. We're gonna get everybody in right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next match is starting right now. Very excited. About damn time, folks. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. I'm still dealing with the Discord. I need to get a full team to handle Discord while I host these tournaments, because y'all make me go crazy in the Discord while I'm trying to commentate. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. The match is already loading up right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough is enough. We're back into the games. Never have I had a team cause that much craziness in our discords, but it's happened. But it's okay. It's okay. We're going into game number 3. Incredible performance before, but we're gonna act like it didn't happen for a moment and focus on the now, which is game number 3. Teams are still in here popping off and trying to get themselves acclimated, trying to make a name for themselves. We're going to focus on the matches for the rest of the night, guys. We thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the first 2 dominant performances. Incredible stuff. And now we're going to go ahead and look at what's popping. Great shot, sitting here very comfortable in their position, holding down Fragment all alone, actually. Close by, of course, there are multiple teams within the areas. In Apex, 30 seconds or less, you will 100% get hit by another team. If it takes 30 seconds for someone to rotate right over to you at any point in the game, so being very careful about your positioning is important. So we still have a lot of teams here. Thank you for everybody that stood. There was some debacle on the Discord, and totally understandable when you have such a great situation where team could be one of the best we ever seen. And we do investigate and check all that out, but we're not going to bring that up anymore. And we're going to go ahead and see what these teams are about and talk about it. If you look at the leaderboards now, it's a different game, guys. We have some solid teams that are still very much eligible to win it all. As you can see right here, the Lions have 36. They are the best on the field so far. So they're capable of coming back and dominating. You know, it's still early. It's anybody's game. It can catch up. Remember, in game number 3, there is a multiplier, 3 points per elimination. So teams have a chance to catch right back up to Team Lions. While Team Lions has 36 right now, they're not the only teams out here making some noise. You have Vibes with 12, a couple good kills and some placement. They'll get right back on the ball as well. This game could get very interesting shortly here as we go forward, and they finally get a lobby where they can compete with each other and try to, you know, put up a big fight. And we're talking about a big fight. Let's go right over to one of the teams currently in a fight, well, trying to pick a fight. Horizon and FGB, they see each other, but there's nothing going on there right now. Everybody's focusing on looting and preparing. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the first 2 matches. They were so insane, and honestly, I allowed players on Discord to disrupt my focus on the matches, and it was so good that I kind of regret that. We're gonna have to build a team of Discord management so that I can focus on casting and enjoying this with the viewers as we go forward. So but thank you guys for tuning in, rocking. We are still very much early in these matches with a lot of teams looking to get it done, and we got a special day where 2 teams were eligible tonight. We'll have 2 teams able to get into the majors. Looking right now at team Grape Shot, and it looks like they see an enemy right next door. Gotta be very careful. Looks like Team Omega's next door to them, so they might end up bumping heads. And right there, shots being popped off. And man, oh man, Team Omega doing some good stuff, but they get one of their players down as well. This is where you have to play cautious a bit and hold a higher ground. Playing on the same level playing field isn't a good look ever. And right now, Team Omega is trying to stay alive in this situation, but they are getting pushed by Team Grapes. And Team Grapes might want to focus on reviving their teammate here. Popping shots off. Really solid. Rocking that RE45. And inside of the ring, it kind of gets tense. If you're one of those players who doesn't have their composure, you can be in the ring and forget to heal, and then all of a sudden you're hurt and down. Well, right now, doing a good job. Omega taking charge there, and it looks like Grapes are not leaving. So these two teams will bump heads right now. They're not going to be backing down and running off because they're still in the ring. At the moment, looks like they do want to take this fight. So be interesting to see. Actually, as I say it, Grapeshot decides to back all the way off. Smart move here. And we're going to go ahead and rotate around and check out some action. Team Vibes taking care of business, getting Skyline to run off 2-on-1 right now. And again, these teams are fighting in the ring. And right now, all alone, having to get out. Of course, with a Wraith, you can do that easily for the most part. And we'll see what he can do here. I don't know if he's going to go back for his teammates or run off and try to work on placement. Looks like he decides to go for placement. And sometimes this is the right answer. How can you beat a fully stacked team is the question. So just smart stuff by him. Team Grapes still in the ring, and they got a lot of teams getting to the ring. This is the fun part about matchups. They end up going through the fire in this scenario. We're gonna go ahead and look around and checking out Team Envy as they are currently with only 2 points to start this match, and they're gonna have to try to score placement points. One thing I love about Apex is you can score points through placement, you can score points through eliminations, or both, right? But maybe one team is better with getting placement, another team is better fragging out and getting eliminations, and that balances the game out sometimes and really adds a good value for viewership when it comes to excitement in action moments, and then suspense and thriller when people are working on placement and things like that. It's a special experience, unlike regular shooters where you're just playing team deathmatch. And as of right now, I'm liking this Watson setup. You know, two legends I truly love. Valkyrie is my favorite, one of my favorite top 5, but Watson to me is a winner. And I'm seeing a lot of players pop off with Watson today specifically, and more recently as she got her buff, well-deserved buff, and she's back in the meta. Personally, I think that is healthy for the game and important for us. So solid stuff. Team Envy trying to figure it out right here, as they're getting hit from the opposite side. They're laying some shots in, really solid so far. And right next door to them is Team X stalking them. There's 3 teams in this area, guys. Wow. So it's looking like Team Envy is taking on Team Lion and Team X. Everybody's in the middle of a current fight, and it's gonna get wild very shortly. This is what you want to see, and these are those moments. Everybody rotating into the ring, trying to get position and work on placement, but they're gonna have to fight against each other to survive this scenario. Two teams about to go at it below. And Team Envy just holding back the backside as Team Lions making a push here and taking out Team X, pushing them back as well. R301, one of the most reliable weapons in the game. Easy recoil, great range. And as you can see, he's popping off. Gets a couple good shots, nothing too crazy, but he's playing it smart and not forcing the issue. And he downs one of the players, and now they clean it up and take out Team X. And that right there was a great elimination by the Lions. And they have been scoring a lot of points. They've been doing really good in the past games. We are on game 3. So right now they had over 30, and now they can move up in the ranks with these 3 points. Per elimination. So far so good. Let's go ahead and let you guys hear some of this audio while we get ready for round number 4 to start. And Teams Lion doing a good job here suppressing, but man, oh man, they have 2 teams around them. First of all, Horizon from above trying to strike down. Gotta be very careful here. Multiple teams in the vicinity. And right now, Team Lions using a Revolt, and they're gonna push the pace. Guys, we're seeing a lot of Revenants today. Shots being shot off by the Team Lion, perfectly done. Right now, these guys have a chance to utilize this Revolt, and this is one of the reasons Revolt is not appreciated. You can just slaughter a full team without any consequences, and it's one of the most fun mechanics to play with, but it is terrifying to play against. One mistake and your whole team can get wiped off of somebody who doesn't get any consequences. So it's super interesting, and it's a big topic in the community. I don't even want to get into it. We already had enough controversy for one day, guys. One day. Amazing team like Nightmare is doing a good job coming out and showing out. And right now, Team Envy still holding placement, and again, showcasing to everybody, your positioning is all that matters. They're holding down the key component, and these all-female team is showing what it means to be intelligent. All right, they haven't had to go crazy, but they're going intelligent. They're going to be one of the last teams possibly in this fight, unless they get hit from behind or something. But other teams are fighting at the moment. As you can see, the Lions trying to score as many points as they can. They can really push the pace to try to get to 50. Who knows if that's the case? It's possible. They have scored a ton of points. We shall see. And Lions taking their time right now, and there's only 6 teams left. Got to be very, very careful. Horizon down 1 player. Envy fully stacked, and they're deep in position again. In charge, running their spot, staying in the possibly best possible spot. Team Omega is back alive, ready to fight, doing their thing. The Reapers are in the building as well. It's still looking really good right now for multiple teams, and the Lions are the teams with the highest points in the lobby. So we just want to take a look to see what they're doing here, and they're suppressing, taking down one of Team Raven's players, and that is some solid shots from the R301. Once again, the most reliable weapon in the game, in my opinion. And right now, the Rev Alt coming back into play. This is one of those abilities that people do not appreciate, and I totally understand. Beautiful shots by the Peacekeeper, and it looks like the Lions are scoring big time. They might have enough to reach 50 in the next game. Beautiful stuff right here with the classic loadout, R301 and the Peacekeeper. And Team Horizon trying to stay alive in this fight. Envy, once again, just playing it smart and safe and holding their grounds. This is perfectly done right here. If you want to learn about positioning, watch their gameplay. They are holding it down as best as possible. Honestly, if you play the way they play, you would probably want some snipers. That way you can get some pop shots, get all your team up to red shields, and then also score a couple of points downing enemies. And then at the end game, like this right here, you'll switch the sniper for a shotgun or something very close range to help you out. So it's one of those things where you have to be able to adjust to the play. As you can see right now, beautiful shots by Eclipse, downing 2 players, and then Chill helping them take out 1 more. Incredible stuff by Envy right now. They are on top of their game with placement as far as positioning goes. They're going to score some great points for placement as well, but there are still 2 other teams. Team Omega gets eliminated. That is it. Only 3 full teams left. You have the Lions with only 1 player, Horizon with 2 players, and Envy with 3. We're going to pay attention to Envy here. I feel like they are playing it smart and safe and taking care of business at this time right now with the way they're in control of one of the best spots here for the ring. Pushing the other 2 teams towards each other. You're about to see Team Lion end up having to take a fight against Horizon, who's right above them. And you're going to see the action kick off as the ring starts closing in 50 seconds. And once again, Envy doing the best that they can, keeping position right now, holding it down for the moment. And they just want to keep this for a while here, and they have the advantage, and they can literally hold off here until both two teams fight each other and then take that fight. Perfect timing and setup for them. You like to see this type of positioning mentality first. The goal is to win the game, and it's not all about eliminations. Sometimes getting aggressive is just as important. As you can see right now, 1 player left. Team Envy about to get in and finish the job as they hunt down the last player. And we're gonna go ahead and look for him as he gets hit and about to get eliminated. Team Envy making everybody envious and taking that game officially. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a all-female squad, showing you how it is done to win big in Apex Legends. It's not over yet, folks. We still got a long tournament to go, and that team right there was in 15th place before this match, and somehow they win the game and score some elimination points on the way and take over the globe just for you to see how women do it. You can't be born without a female. You definitely need women for so many things in the world, and we need women in Apex, and we got them today. Specifically, Team Envy taking care of things. And I wish we could rewind all the way back to them rotating over and over deep into the ring consistently and holding it down carefully for the whole game, just to get to this point that you're seeing on this replay where they've held down the position and they were in control. And at the same time, every team was down and out, missing players, hurting bad because they were in early fights and they didn't have positioning. And that's where Envy came in and took care of the job that they were hired to do today as Apex Legend mercenaries, coming in and finishing this perfectly. And you gotta love what you see by them. Again, it's still very early. We still got more games to go, but Envy showcasing placement and being able to stay in charge for this whole game here. Perfectly done by Team Envy. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to stop the gameplay and stop everything and say thank y'all for tuning in. We've been on for about an hour and a half now. We've gotten 3 games. We're still going to do more games, and we're going to see who can make it up to the 50-point mark. And once they break the 50-point mark, they have to be #1 overall to finish the tournament. So still very early, and it's still looking really good, to be honest with you. We're going to go to the format and check that so I can tell you guys how it all rolls. So teams are fighting to get to 50. The way they get to 50, you have to score placement and elimination points. And the way you do that is getting first place will get you 12, second place will get you 9, so on and so on. Elimination points are where it gets interesting. Right now we're about to go into game number 4, and in game number 4 it'll be 4 points per elimination, which is incredible. That means you have a big time chance to catch back up in this next game if you can score some eliminations. Of course, getting placement will help you along the way also. So this is the interesting part, because there'll be some teams who have scored 50, and then there'll be teams trying to get there as fast as possible. So we are gonna see how it works out for everybody. Should be a great night. I'm enjoying it so far. We've seen some amazing stuff by Team Lions, who've really put in some serious work. And then of course, just now we saw Envy, who's came back and dominated on that game, winning it all. So super cool and exciting time to be alive, an Apex player. We appreciate you guys so much. We're gonna come back with the leaderboards. Actually, we're gonna show the leaderboards. They might be getting updated as we speak, so make sure you pay attention to that. And we're gonna be right back in 2 minutes to start this next game. Game 4 coming up shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. We about to get the next game going, game number 4. It's been a couple of technical difficulties. First, it was in-game Discord debacle from teams, and then now there's a stream issue with a little bit of frame drops, and we apologize. We are at 1080p, and we're actually really needing to keep it at 1080p, but I do feel like dropping it to 720. I think it's a better viewing for the people. Go ahead and vote for that for next week, or this Thursday actually. But we are actually ready to go and get this next match rolling. We're already in it to win it. Good luck to the teams that are playing. And sorry for any delay. Not delay, any tech issues on the streams. That's rare that it happens, but I do see that it did drop a couple of frames a little bit. Hopefully it works out. It's nothing I can do about internet besides dropping my resolution, which would mean I have to turn off the stream and do all this extra stuff. We're not going to do that today. We're going to keep it pushing. The stream is strictly for the viewers to enjoy and have this for future viewership, and then also for the players to keep track of any information when it comes to leaderboards and things like that. But you know, you can check the leaderboards out through the link on our chat if you really wanted to see that. But man, good luck to everybody. Game number 4 officially about to be underway. Man, oh man, should be a good one. Still super early. We still got a lot of games to go. Possibly more and more games. Just to give you guys a quick understanding of what's happening here. Team Lions has over 50. That means they have a chance to win, but they got to get first place overall. The rest of these teams, FGB, Team Vibes, Envy, Omega, SWAT, all of these teams can come back, because in round 4, not only do you get placement, but every elimination is 4 points. So you're going to score a lot more for any elimination you do, and you'll be able to catch right back up during these matches. It's going to be super interesting to see how it all plays out. Let's go ahead and check out game 4 right now. Going to take a look at Grape Shot and see what they got going on right now. Of course, the start of every game has a lot of looting for the most part, and we're gonna rotate around and check to see who's in some action at the moment in third person. Look at Watson looking slick with her outfit. How many times have you gotten to see Apex in third person? We're going to give you this moment now while the teams are looting up, and just give you guys a quick look. This is going to be a new thing I want to do that I've been saving. You can check out teams in third person, see their outfits. And this right here, Revenant's outfit from Halloween, looking pretty interesting if you ask me. Revenant always looks interesting. And then one of my personal favorites right here, the man, the myth, the legend, Crypto. Such a fun legend to play, and hopefully he'll get a buff before this season ends. As you can see right now, he's rocking his drone, and we can take a look at the drone and see where he's going with it. Checking on the opposite side to see if there's any teams or anything like that. This drone is really useful. You can do a lot with the drone, and I love it for that factor. As you can see, this is how Crypto looks as he's using the drone. And how many times do you get to see that type of Apex Legends greatness, and I think we need to see more third person, honestly, and we probably will from now on. Just really slick. Look at the way he runs with his hands in his pockets all the time, just trying to be really slick and cool. And this team right here, Skyline, Crypto, and a Loba. This is a very unique setup here, but I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna rotate to the last teams who just won, Envy, doing some work, and we're gonna go ahead and check out some of their characters. As you can see, Valkyrie, very colorful, and she's bugged out. Get it? Bugged out. All right, we're done. No more. This one was kind of dope to me. This reminded me of some special attire, as you can tell, and I would rock this jacket. They made it in a male version, you know, some swagger, a little flavor. Why not? Again, we're taking third person looks while everybody's looting up, preparing for their fights. I hope y'all enjoy it and don't mind it. As you can see right here, there is a fight happening, and right now, before I could even get to it, shots fired. And right now, that's more than enough. We're gonna go and look at another third-person fight. How many times have you watched a third-person fight? Today, we're changing things up, guys. And right there, Horizon cleaning it up, getting it done. They got to be very careful. There might be a third-party scenario that they're gonna be in shortly. And so far, so good. We're hopefully going to get a little better for the stream. Let's check out Team Omega rocking the traditional. I like doing this, guys. This is pretty awesome. I myself have not seen every character's outfit in third person outside of the menu. Getting a little look at some of these characters, which I think is nice. As you can see, Watson right here. Hope y'all enjoyed it, but we're gonna get into the action for the rest of the game. 10 teams left, and it's about to get real. Nothing like first person Apex movement and abilities. Team Envy always looking for position, and this is such a really critical thing in the game that I don't think everybody focuses on, and it's one of the most important, so be careful. And they do have a triple take, which I love, and so glad it's back on the floor. We're seeing some Revenants and some Watsons. I like that right now. Let's check out team vibes as we go forward. So far, so good. I hope y'all enjoying it. A little casual, relaxed display of third person Apex at its best. And we're going to do a little more casual play here. Just look at all the teams. And there's a lot of teams right now about to get into it right here. And it's looking like Grape Shot just barely escaping. And they have been interesting to watch. They're in the 10th place right now, and they're backed off of the fight and found a different position, which can be really good. Just hold your ground and play it smart. The G7, baby. Let's see what this thing could do. We know these weapons end up getting a new feel to them when they're in the care package. And here it goes. Good shots being ran off. Team Grape Shots holding their position in the backside. They're outside of the ring, but they got 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. And right now, Team Grapes just taking their time and allowing these two teams to have their own fights. They gotta be worried. There's multiple teams in the area. And that's what you want to see. And we're gonna go ahead and zoom in on these other teams as they start rotating out. We have to be careful here as Team Vibes pushes back and tries to get some shots up. Nothing there. One of the best things about the design on Apex, something I always talk about, in many games, there's a lot of bad map designs, level designs. And in Apex, they really take their time, make it very interesting for you to be able to pop some shots off and do the right thing. As you can see, he's trying to line up his shot. He did not take the shot, which could be a smart move. Surprise attack this team. And everybody has to start rotating. This is the fun part of the game. And we're going to do a little more zoom through to see where everybody is. And we do have two teams about to go head to head. Team Omega versus Team SWAT. And they're both in the ring, so they're very comfortable. And this is more of a standoff about whose position is this. Team Omega right now looking to push up and get a little aggressive. I love the fact that they're rocking the 30-30. The other day I talked to someone and said 30-30, I ignored it because it wasn't that powerful. Once they did the buff, I want to try it, but my mind is set in the past of what it used to be, so I've not picked it up yet. And I tried it a little bit and I loved it. I said, wow, feels so much better. So hopefully we'll see that. And look at this Team Raven. Reapers are going at it right now, trying to pop some shots against Team Omega. They got to be extremely careful here. I love what we have, the situation we have. We're going to rotate out and look at it from above. Teams will be holding this position for a little while, but the ring is closing in on them, so they have to be careful. It's the second round, super early. And they rotate deeper to the right. Smart move. And again, watching Apex like this can be really, really critical to teach you about rotations and what these players are doing. As you can see, they're getting shot at by multiple teams. They're finding a way to escape here, but it's not exactly the best, safest situation, as one of their players is stuck. He healed up a little bit, and now he's going to back off. And as that happens, there's multiple teams popping shots. Team Raven and Team SWAT and Skyline all in the same area as well. So 5 teams all in one area. And shots being popped off, and there's nothing officially happening here, but this is how it all begins, guys. You set your shots up, you try to down a player, and then you push when you have someone down. It's usually the general format, depending on what your team comp is like. And right now, everybody's poking shots from every angle, folks. And you gotta love it. And right now, this is like the meetup spot where everybody is. And I hope y'all enjoy this third person, this overhead view. We've been wanting to do this for a while, and I will be doing more of it. And look at this, a crypto EMP doing some heavy damage here. And we're gonna look at crypto right now as he pops some shots off. That was Skyline there, using his EMP perfectly and basically giving Skyline a good little advantage of where they are. And of course, this is a very, very hard angle to keep, but if they can, they will be in position for multiple rings in this situation. Team Envy yet again holding the high ground comfortably in this situation. Props to Skyline and Envy. They're both pretty much solid right now. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Envy holding the high ground, keeping their position, and doing their job to not allow other teams to take over. And it looks like they're going to create a portal and get themselves to the opposite side to take this fight and push this player as they go forward. They see that it's just one guy. He's all alone. He's going to get pushed aggressively. Beautiful stuff right there by Team Envy, cleaning it up and getting it done. Perfect timing. Man, oh man, Team Envy, are they going to be coming in and taking this today, or will another team stop them is the question. We shall see. Super interesting, to say the least. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Apologies for any technical difficulties on the stream. There's not much I can do other than restart the stream and put the graphics down from 1080 to 720, which we might do for the next one. It's rare that this happens, but it is what it is. Perfectly fine when it comes to the key, which is hosting these players and letting them enjoy themselves combat wise. And SWAT Esports in it thick right now, trying to survive, but getting hit very hard by Grape Shot. Grape Shot doing a good job here. And guys, one thing I love is Bangalore. Her smoke is so much fun to play with, plus she got the mobility for her passive. Personally, she's just a fun legend to play with. No matter what I always play with her every season, at least for a little while, just to enjoy myself, especially when I'm with randoms. Sometimes she comes in clutch for survivability, and you can help randoms out by reviving them through the smoke, you know, covering them when they're trying to heal, doing little small things to make your teammates love you a little more. Always good. And we're gonna go ahead and rotate around and see where is the action. It looks like Envy is getting hit pretty hard here. They got to be extremely careful on what their plan is, and one of the biggest things is the rotations. You have multiple teams in the area, so rotating is never healthy. That's why you always got to have the best spots, hold them down and keep them in these situations. As you can see, goons look like they have a really good spot, but they're gonna have to rotate into the ring in 60 seconds. So they're gonna move up this hill, but this hill is currently occupied, and it could be trouble for the goons. Team Envy right next door to the goons and actually fighting against them at this very moment. Healing up, taking their time, doing what's right here. Let's take a quick third-party look at this scenario. Got the Ravens right to the right side of Team Envy. Right now, everybody's in the middle of a fight, and Raven is down to 2 players. They're not looking good at this moment. Their Watson's gonna have to try and survive, figure it all out. Team Vibes holding the high ground in this scenario. Top tier material, best in class type of situation. They can basically just let teams fight it off and take charge. They had 33 to start off with, and now they're probably going to go up in the ranks and score bigger and end up being at 50. If they can get a couple of extra eliminations here, they'll be good to go. And right now, Team Envy trying to make a move up towards the ring. And the fight will begin right above, as somebody's going to want to take. And look at this, Team Vibes with the Revo. This is going to get insane. Perfectly timed Revo. But one of their players gets sent back, and he does do enough damage and downs one of the players, and that's all you want when you're doing a revolt. At least down one at minimum of the enemy's player. That's going to give you a chance to be in a fight, and you can basically stay in control. And now they can stay up top, heal back up, and take their time. The more they eliminate, the better they are. And I'm loving this Bangalore setup, guys. I think it's a great combination when it comes to Bloodhound and Bangalore together. And there it goes. Bangalore's ultimate. We're about to airstrike on these guys, and we'll see how that plays out for them. They're getting deeper into the ring. They have to be very careful here. They're giving up their high ground, and they're gonna work to try and finish off these last 3 teams. You got Team Envy making a push. Team Vibes trying to get in. Vibes putting in work, down in one of Envy's players. A perfectly done right here by Team Vibes, taking their time, and shots being ran off. Cleaned it all the way up. Now it's only Team Vibes versus Team Envy, and Vibes is going in all the way, pushing in very hard and then backing off, taking their time. Let's see what their Bangalore does. Surprise attack, perfectly done here. and they get eliminated as well. Team Envy sitting here strong. One last player left, and it looks like they're about to win this all. And yes, they do. 2 in a row. Unreal by the all females squad. Are you kidding me? That is exactly what you want to see from anybody, but we saw it here from Team Envy. Perfectly done right there. And these guys, or apologies, these girls, all female squad coming in and showcasing how it's done. Again, they already were almost close to 50 with 30 plus. With this game right here, they won, and they're gonna reach 50. So that means they have a chance to win this tournament shortly on the next game. That was insane and perfectly done by Team Envy. As you saw, these other teams were in good shape, and they didn't get it done. And it was Team Envy who basically held their ground. You thought for a second Team Vibes, who had the high ground, were going to take charge, but nope. As you can see right here, Team Envy, all 3 of them came together, eliminated 2 of the players from Vibes, and then chased down this last player. And now we're getting a game number 5, all because Team Envy took care of business and stopped these other teams from being able to win. Great stuff. And guys, right before we get started, we're going to show the leaderboards and then get into game number 5. But I just wanted to take a second to thank everybody who's tuning in and rocking with us as we go forward. We're about to get started shortly, so stick with us. Man, oh man, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We are officially still going at it, and the scores will be updated very shortly. You are tuned into Court Battle League's tournament series. We had some technical difficulties with the stream. Looks like they're getting fixed, I hope. Shout out to everybody watching. There is a 5-minute delay. We are officially getting into game number 5. These teams have been performing extremely well. Top tier professional players, semi-pros, and brand new amateurs trying to make a name for themselves all right here. And it's been a really great past couple games here, as we saw Team Envy, an all-female team, dominating somehow, some way, coming out with the win, not once but twice back to back. That is very difficult to win consecutively in competitive scenes. It's very hard, and they did that. So props to them. And man, oh man, we're gonna see these scores shortly once it's fully updated and ready to go. Should be good to go. The scores are actually set, and I'm gonna go ahead and display them for everybody. Check it out, folks. 3 teams currently have above 50, and they have a chance to win it all. What does this mean? Well, the next match, when we get to game 5, all of these teams, the top 3 teams, which is Lions, Vibes, and Envy, all these 3 teams have to do is get first place overall to win this tournament, and that'll be it. It'll be done. But if anybody else in the lobby can get first place, then we'll continue the match and we'll go into a game number 6. It is still anybody's game. These teams in the bottom of the bracket with lower points, guess what? In game number 5, points are 5 points per elimination. So every time you eliminate one player, you'll get 5 points on this one. This multiplier is crazy. So you're going to get 5 each elimination on game number 5. It's going to be a wild one. So I honestly believe if somehow the top 3 teams don't get first place and don't win, one of the bottom bracket teams will also reach 50. The teams like Grape Shot, Horizon, Mega, Omega, and SWAT Esports, FGB, and so on all have a chance to reach 50 in one game. They can do it. So all of the teams in the bottom bracket have that chance. So it should be very interesting, very exciting, and I cannot wait. We're going to be getting that started shortly. We're just resetting the servers. That way they don't reset on us. We have to protect the players and not allow the server to reset during the matches. There's a thing where they reset every 3 hours or something like that. So we're just protecting the players, making sure everything's set. We're going to start the matches very shortly once we get all the players in. Stay tuned. Check out the scores. Tell me who you're rooting for. Get yourself a drink. There is a 5-minute delay. Say hello to me. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially, finally getting into game number 5. We gave everybody a break for the moment to get themselves together. You know, it's a long tournament. It's about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how fast these players get in these matches. And we are officially here. So just so everybody knows, before we get started, I want to break down the setup so you can understand everything. Teams who reach 50 points have a chance to win. They are eligible, but they have to get first place. So right now, Lions, Envy, and Grape Shot all... Wait a minute. These scores look weird. I thought we had 3 teams. Okay, I guess the scores got a little changed. Well, actually, I thought we had 3 teams over 50, but it looks like we only have 2 teams over 50, which is Lions and Envy. If Lions and Envy win this next game and get first place overall, they will guarantee a win and move on to the majors. But the whole lobby can stop them. The lobby can shut them down and continue these tournaments going forward. Of course, that's easier said than done, but it's possible. So let's see how it plays out shortly. Get ready. We're going to start in less than 60 seconds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Remember, the Lions and Envy are the only 2 teams that could win this next game, and then the tournament will be over. But if they do not, we will continue with more matches. That's how it rolls, baby. Should be very interesting and exciting. So we got right now team number Grape Shot, who's actually right below 50, barely making it, but they're right there and they have their chance to be able to win. Grape Shot trying to make a move right now, and one of the best things about looting is, you know, I think this is a psychological thing. For some reason, looting is just something we love to do. Somebody like me who plays a lot of looter shooter games, looting is something about collecting and the rewards you get. So I think this is why Battle Royale could be a lot of fun for some people when it comes to that. As you can see right here, I like this visuals as we see Mr. Octane always running like a maniac though. Check out on his teammates. And again, we're gonna do third person for just a little second or two, not too long. We just want to give you guys a little bit of fun visuals outside of the norm while people are looting. As you can see right now, scanning the beacon, Bloodhound. I like the way Bloodhound stands as well, just really slick. Again, we've had some really great teams doing some great things. I gotta give a shout out to Team Envy, who really came out and performed these last 2 games. Who would have thought that they could go back to back? I mean, any team, doesn't matter who it is, it's hard to win back to back in tournaments, and today they have came out and showcased that they could do that. And we're gonna go ahead and rotate around and look deeper into the ring. I hope y'all love this new setup that I'm doing here, where we're kind of flying through the map. And at the moment, you're gonna see Team Lion. Talking about Lion, Team X versus Lion, close to each other here. And understand, Team Lion has a chance to win. They got to get first place. So their job isn't about going crazy for points. All they got to do is play for placement and play strategic. And it can be very, very, very interesting. Now, all these other teams that are on the lower brackets want to go hard and go crazy to score as much points as they can because they want to eliminate the Lions. But this is where the catch is. If you're one of the aggressive teams trying to score points for yourself or eliminate Lions, you put yourself in danger. You give Lions a better chance if you end up fighting against a different team that isn't Lions or Envy. So this is where it's a very difficult scenario for players and teams because it's literally anybody's game in these scenarios. And this is the part I love most about playing match point. And we're going to rotate around and take a quick look. Team Vibes are right there on the brink with over 40 points, but don't have 50. They have to figure out what they're going to do. And they're sitting comfortable right now. They're going to have to get moving if they really want to get on the ball. And as we speak, it's looking like Team Wreck. Shout out to War Ring Legends. He's a player who I watched progress. Had some conversations with him about being more aggressive and more confident and really going after it. And he's improved drastically to the point now he's a team captain and he's taking care of business here as they go to rotate around right next door to Team Lions. So it could get very interesting. A lot of teams are playing patient, as you can see, taking their time and just holding areas, which is super interesting because that just means that they're, you know, really understanding this is the most important game that they can have. And right now, Lions sitting up top, holding this position. And this is a really good place to be. It's just nice and simple over here at the domes. Extra comfortable. And they're actually dead center for the remainder of the game. All they would have to do from here on out is hold this point. But the problem is, do they have enough armor? Do they have enough loot? When it comes to healing and ammo, these are the two components. As long as you give me healing and ammo, I can pick some fights and upgrade my shield and keep this position for the remainder of the game. But we'll see if that's how they play. I mean, Dome is the best when it comes to standoffs. It can be very interesting for us viewers. We will see shortly. Let's just take a second. And look at the second team with over 50 that's eligible to win, Team Envy, rotating deeper into the ring. And one of these situations here, you got to be very careful as you rotate. Can get hit by one or two or three teams. There's always a chance. You can see this guy right here taking his time, a little too out in the open. I'm not sure what his thoughts are. And Team Envy scouting out the area. I love this type of gameplay here. As a player, I pride myself personally in the game, the knowledge of the game, and being an in-game leader when it comes to understanding rotations, positioning, when to push, when to fall back, and it's very difficult to be an in-game leader if you don't have the right synergy with a team who's going to trust in everything you say. I always tell teammates and players who ask for my advice and coaching on that, I make it very simple. During games, do not question your team leader much and roll with them. Trust in them. Now, are they going to make the right call every play? No. Are they going to do the right thing? No. Can you challenge and say, hey, let's try this, bro. I'm not really feeling that. Let's do this. You can, but don't do it so much where you kill the team flow and basically make everything a question, because you're in the moment and you need to be in the fight. So that's a very important thing. After games, you can argue, debate, fist fight, whatever you feel like after the game and say, hey man, we need to work on this. I don't like how he did that. Sure. But during the games, you got to stick together, work together, listen to each other, work very hard to be in synergy. And that's something I advise everyone to try. All right. And speaking of try, right now, shots popping off. It's looking like the Lions are about to take on Team Rec using the Rev Alt. And they're going to use it to actually escape. That's an interesting method for the Rev Alt. And I don't mind it. And there's two teams in this area, and that's probably why they decided to back off. Team SWAT fighting against Team Rec. And good stuff right there by the Lions, who have a chance to win it all. This is super dangerous. Really, really solid stuff by Team SWAT. And it looks like Team Rec wants to avenge this teammate's death here, and they're going to go ahead and try to surprise Team SWAT. It's a 2-on-1, and they actually did get their teammate up, and this is nice right here that they got their teammate up, and they're going to be able to get aggressive, but one player versus 3 is not as good. And right now, getting super aggressive. You love to see it. Getting some shots off. Team Rec finally in the mix and finally get to witness what they can do together as we go. Team SWAT sitting comfortable down below, not really worried too much, popping some shots, and here it is. The fight begins. Rocking a devotion, man. Oh man, we rarely see this thing in action, and that's really nice stuff right there by Team SWAT, taking out 2 of Rec's players, and devotion doing some good damage there. And man, oh man, that devotion could rip once it starts going though. With a charge up, man, the thing could be special. I want to see what this team can do. Team SWAT taking care of business, but they're about to get third party. And here it is right here. Team Horizon coming in hot for a third party push, and I love it. This is what you want to see from teams trying to dominate and win as best as they can. And it's a back and forth fight. Both teams are working. Love what I'm seeing by Team SWAT though. They've held their ground, fighting multiple teams here and surviving this scenario. Perfectly done by Team SWAT, taking control of this scenario. And Horizon tried to get in on there, but it did not work out for them at the moment. And I love these fights right here because it just builds a small little intense rivalry for the moment. All while Team Envy sit back comfortably, racking up some points while still in control. What a performance so far by them. Horizon about to take this fight. They're finally gonna... Oh, actually, they decide to back off. And Team SWAT Esports did a good job there resisting that situation. We're going to go ahead and rotate around and check on some teams. It looks like Team Grapes are popping a couple shots, but it's nothing too aggressive. Unless a team is fully committed, you're not going to see much out of them in these scenarios. Grape shots trying to survive this fight, and they have Lions down to their last man. That is super interesting. We're not going to get replays for the rest of this tournament. We want to try and minimize all of our computing, making sure that we're good to go. Lions trying to survive this fight right now. If they can take them out, ladies and gentlemen, we might get a game number 6 right now. Game 5 underway, and the Lions staying alive and reviving his teammate. Two-man crew possible to keep the games rolling. Super interesting. Envy is the only team that's eligible to win in game 5 right now, with Lions as well, and they both have a chance to win, but they got to be very careful in this scenario. And I'm looking at the vibes right now, who are probably going to get to 50 in this game if they can extend this further. They got to be very careful. They have some great teams right next door. Grape shot has to be very careful. Right next door to them is Lions. It looks like the Lions are just going to keep on trying to hold until they can't no more in their position. And man, Vibes has possibly the best spot, and they have multiple shields that they are sitting on, not too worried about right now, which is a really good thing. And on top of it, they're popping ultimate accelerators to get Revenant's ultimate, which is the death totem, which is, oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, we might see something wild here on this finish with Team Vibes. This could be very, very interesting on their part. They're setting something up for the end game to be able to survive any push that comes towards them. We'll see how it all plays out. This is going to be tough. They have the best position, but everybody will be gunning for that spot. So speaking about gunning for the spot, one of the teams that are eligible to win is right next door to one of the teams who's also eligible to win, and they're going to end up bumping heads in this building shortly. For everybody watching, the fact that there's stream issues, I apologize. And it's definitely not on anybody's end. It's literally my stream, but we'll figure it out for our next event. All I would have to do is turn the stream off, and I don't want to do that right now. This might be the last game, and I hope y'all don't mind a little delay on the stream. And guys, with only 5 teams left, this is anybody's game. Let's take a quick look into these scores for a second. And there you go. You have everything you need to know. Envy and Lions are the only 2 teams eligible to win it all, and they're still here. Okay, the Lions only have 2 players though. Envy has all 3, and they've been hot on fire. So we'll see if the teams like Vibe, who's been really putting up great numbers, can they win it all and save this lobby and give us another game. Team SWAT also in the mix. This team is super dangerous. They're in 7th place, but they have been tearing it up for the past couple weeks since we started the qualifiers. They've been really doing some work. And Team SWAT about to go against Team Envy. Shots popping off. Beautiful shots by Apex Funny. He's rocking that devotion. We've seen him work with it before. Can they get the job done here? Beautiful stuff down in one of Envy's players, 2 of Envy's players. And Team SWAT cleaning up shop at the moment. Only one last player in the Envy team, and it's Wraith. She's gonna probably try and rat it out for the remainder of the game. And this is a tough scenario for Team Envy, but we will see what they can do. It's looking like we are about to possibly get a game number 6 insane. The Lions got eliminated, and now the last hope for a winner would be Team Envy. They would have to come in clutch, but the rest of these teams are still in the lobby. With the lobby closing, this is so dangerous. You have Vibes with 2 players, Grape Shot with 3, and they're sitting on the back of this mountain where they can make a decision on which way to rotate at any point. Very, very comfortable. Four teams left. It's about to go down. Who do you have winning this match right here? We will see. It's going to get interesting. Team Grapes sitting comfortable. The Vibes with only 2 players. Envy getting shot and eliminated. And now it's only down to 3 teams. We are 100% getting a game 6 at this very moment. SWAT Esports doing their job, handling what they need to handle. And Grape Shot trying to stay alive in this situation. Got to be very careful here, holding this high ground. It's tight quarters, could get very crazy. Vibes sitting comfortable on the inside. SWAT holding the best position on the high ground, waiting for these 2 teams to pick each other off, and then they're gonna push when they feel it's best. And SWAT Esports doing what they do perfectly, just like a real life SWAT. Uh-oh, Grape Shots coming up behind SWAT, so they might be attacking them, and they are. And man, oh man, fighting inside the ring, the last final ring, is never good. And Team SWAT getting hit. One of their players is down. It looks like Grape Shot has a great shot at possibly taking this right here. Amazing shots with the last ring. Can they stay alive? No, they can't. The last player somehow in the air, surviving the scenario. But greatness always prevails, folks. That was a great performance right there. And man, oh man, great shot with the greatness and great stuff. GS all day on that one right there. Perfectly done, guys. And man, oh man, we are officially going into a game number 6. Guaranteed. That's insane. I didn't think we were going to make it that far. It looked like Envy and Lion had a good chance right into that last scenario. So we will be right back. Go ahead and check out our calendar. Sign up to our events. Get yourself involved. Hit up our Discord. Get yourself in here for the future events. We got one Thursday and Friday. All right. We'll be right back shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin. I can't believe I'm saying it. Game 6 right now in a minute. We do have a lot of technical difficulties with the stream. I don't know if it's the internet, the computer, or what, but I'm looking at my signal go up and down from green to yellow and a little bit of red on the OBS. Apologies. We'll work it all out. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. Game 6 happening right now. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna see how it all works. See the one you envy keeping scores. She's done a good job so far, and we're about to see the insanity of these scores. And for some reason, my scores are not updating. What is going on? Yeah, that's weird. Let me double check real quick. Give me 1 second before I showcase that. I don't want to mislead you guys. Okay, so we are officially in it to win it. Here we go. The scores are officially in. And look at this. Team after team. There's 6 teams with over 50 points. What does that mean? That means they all can win this next event. And of course, this will still get updated as we go right now. But I just wanted to double check to make sure the scores are fine. But yes, we are still in the mix, still in this to win this. It is looking real good. Scores are officially in. 6 teams eligible to win right now. Okay? Anybody's game. Anybody's game. So let's see what happens. It should be a lot of fun to watch this match. I do believe we'll get a winner on this one. If somehow all those 6 teams do not make it, that would be insane. And I'm gonna let you see the scores, and then we're going to start the match in under 2 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back in it to win it with the game number 6. I'm feeling a little goofy right now, and that's okay. We gonna do it what it do, baby. Game 6 in the building. Time to get some work done. Most of the time I present stuff, I try to keep it very professional with my language. Right now, we're gonna do a little bit of mag swag. If you guys don't know what mag swag is, something that kids used to call me when I used to teach at workshops and teach music a little bit. So mag swag, we're gonna do a little bit of mag swag. Basically, I'm gonna call this game, it's gonna be similar but a little more swagger to the flow. You already know. So right now we got Octane doing his thing, ready to bring the pain to your brain. He rocking that car, which is one of the best weapons in the game, of course. And right now, his partner in crime, Wraith, who's ready to blow up the place, get in your face as she goes and fades. She be doing a thing. She got good taste. And she be in 2 places in one state. It's cray. So we're going to see what they got. And of course, one of my favorite, Bangalore, ready for war, always rocking that 4-4 to pop off. Kick down your door. So we're going to see what she could do. Team Grape Shot is one of the teams that's eligible to win it all. But we're going to see what they could do. At the very moment, they're on the outskirts of Fragment. Because, you know, they're not trying to stay stagnant. And they're going to put in work to stay on top. We'll see if they got what it takes. Shout out to Grape Shot. And we're going to go and rotate over. Check out one of the teams that aren't at the 50-point mark, but they still trying to lead a mark as they go ahead and loot up with Loba. Looking like if they want to try and be true soldiers. Of course, they got Bloodhound ready to put it down, breaking ground like a bunch of fat people jumping around. He's holding it down, ready to take the crown, but do they got what it is to take the other 6 teams down? Well, we don't know for now, but we gonna find out. And of course, Loba, the beauty, the cutie, and her yours truly. She be on one. She be on, son. She be so right, so tight, looking fly every night. Let's go ahead and rotate so we could check to see who's in the place, putting in work, making it work. And we're going to check out Team Lion because they be trying to fly in and they be fighting, striking like lightning every time they in. You dig? But they are definitely a team to watch because they don't stop. They make sure they hit their shots. They find the hot spots, hold it down for the long game. And of course, they got Octane doing this thing. The question is, can this Team Lion be king? No one knows, but we gonna find out. So keep an eye out. Check this. Before you wreck this, we about to see this team get reckless. They got Revenant putting in work, two-stepping with his favorite Reaper weapon. You already know how it go. And I like Team Vibe's name as they do their thing, trying to maintain. And they also have 50. So you're going to see if they can get shifty and put in work quickly. They went over to try to loot up, scoot up, and do it up. Let's see what they got. Team Enly, a team full of girls that are friendly. But if you step to them, they're going to treat you like enemies. There's plenty to see by the way they be holding positions. Don't be tripping thinking that you actually competition. They already won 2 games in this tournament. Looks like they all in, ready to win. They also got 50, so match point. Better be careful because they're going to spark that joint and light it up. Hope y'all liking it as they get going deeper into the ring to get position and keep this thing. They see a team about to strike, pulling out that flat line, ready to blaze it when they strike. No action. They step back. Then we gonna see if they gonna make it happen. And right next door is Team Reaper. Team trying to score big, but it might be a sleeper. They only got 13, down real low. Hopefully they could get back into a rhythm and build on the flow. We don't know, but one thing's for sure. They are ready for woe. All right, guys. I think we're done, right? I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm just fooling around here. It's a little poetic commentary that I do once in a while. I usually do it for other video games. I haven't done it at Apex as much as we used to, but here we are. For those that are watching still, even though there's an up and down stream situation, we'll be fine, man. We'll be fine. I'm gonna give you all like 30 seconds to watch this action, and I'm gonna be right back. Ray shots from Lifeline. She about to go ahead and press rewind. She got a heal drone. But can she kill those? We gonna find out. Right next door to him is Team Envy. Looking to pop shots. Team that'll go down, we don't know. We gonna see who's not hot. Team Reaper still in the back, getting attacked. They trying to run away, but they getting pushed back. They finally escape. Find a new route. Gotta be careful. When if a team sees them, they gonna shoot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm just doing my old style commentary. It's always fun to do that. And right now we're looking at Team Lion, a team who's had 50 for 3 games now, but they couldn't win. That is crazy. If they don't win this one, this is going to be a tough loss because they had every chance. This is their 3rd game with 50. They're getting attacked right now. Shopping shots. Beautiful shots with the flat line by Mr. Omelet himself. Woo. And Team Lion not giving up. Backing out of the situation, but playing it smart here. You don't want to force the issue if you don't have to. And they're playing it smart. They found a way to stay in control of their own fate and not allow another team to put them in a position that they don't want to be in. And now they're actually trailing Envy. This was where Envy was a couple seconds ago. We got to be very careful. 2 amazing teams going head to head will be very, very, very exciting for us, but very dangerous for the teams. A rev all by Team Lion. I think like this has been their way to score big points. This isn't the way to win though. I don't think Revenant is the way to win. And maybe, you know, they're making a new meta of trying to win through thirsting every team. Possibly. It can be interesting if it does play out like that. And they're really chasing down Team Omega right now and doing a good job using a rev alt. Downing a couple players and scoring here. They don't need the points though. This is where the problem is when you get so aggressive. You don't need the points. You just have to play for placement. But some teams really enjoy just being super aggressive. So what can you say? Beautiful shots and knocking him off. of the jump tower right there. That was great stuff. And the Lions surviving this situation, but one of their players does go down. They got to be careful. Second player getting hit from behind. And now they got to hold their position, not allow anyone to take it. And they are getting thirded by Grape Shot. Beautiful stuff. A team with a lot of points here. They are cleaning it up, and they do. They eliminate the Lions from their own den. The Lions den. Man, oh man, shout out to Team Grape Shot right there for taking care of business, eliminating one of the teams that are eligible to win it all. We still got Team Envy, Team SWAT eligible to win right now. Team Grape Shot eligible to win. Team Vibes also eligible to win. So there's multiple teams still eligible to win here with 7 teams left. Hello guys, when you pick a fight here, this is a dangerous scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Can get very wild and very reckless and very interesting in this scenario right now. There's 4 teams left that are eligible to win, and there's still a lot of time left on the clock. Okay, 6 teams in total, but 4 are eligible to win. This basically means it's anybody's game, and then it looks like Grape Shot is gonna back out of there, down a player. They won't be able to recover their teammate's banner if he gets out of there, but he has to survive for his team to at least have a chance. And Envy cleaning that up pretty good. And we hope you guys have been enjoying it. We've been making sure to give you the best we can tonight, even though with our technical difficulties, we apologize. The stream usually doesn't go through the lag issue that it's having. I want to blame the streaming service that we use, but it's probably just the internet. We'll see. And Team SWAT still in the building. Team Grape still has 2 players. The only teams that can save this tournament and save this lobby is the Reapers and the Goons are the only 2 teams eligible to save this lobby. Everybody else has a chance to win and end tonight's event. 6 teams left. Round 4 just getting started. It's looking real good, guys. Right now, it's still anybody's game. Do never ever count any of these teams that are not the winners out. You have Goons and you have Reapers. 2 teams still eligible to win. All they got to do is eliminate the rest of the lobby. It's easier said than done, but it is possible. And we've seen crazy things happen in these tournaments. So you never know. I mean, in Apex in general, there's always a chance something wild could happen. And the Reapers trying to get some shots off and down a couple players, but didn't get that there. Let's go ahead and take a quick look, spin around and see what's going on. Team Vibes sitting comfortable, not trying to push anybody and taking their time. Team Envy getting deeper into the ring, making sure that they have a good position for the remainder of the game. SWAT is right next door, and they're easily able to swap back and forth. The Sentinel about to get some shots off. Looks like I like where SWAT is. SWAT is really, really comfortable. As the ring closes, they're really, really confident where they are. They have no worries right now. They can rotate slowly. And they have this position. They can keep it for most of the game. So really good stuff by them. And right now we're looking at a quick fight. Reapers versus Vibes. Can the Reapers eliminate one of the teams that are eligible to win it all, or will they get taken out? We're gonna see shortly. Looking like Reapers are getting hit extremely hard, holding that corner with no protection. They get taken out. And guys, it's automatic. One team will win. This is the grand finale. As you know it, only 3 teams left. It's about to go down. It's gonna get insane with the amount of intense moments. One of these teams will win the game. You have Team Envy, an all-girls team, coming out and showing out, winning multiple matches. Unlike the rest of this lobby, these girls have won multiple matches. Then you have SWAT Esports, who dominated in our tournaments before but still haven't got to win. Today might be their day. Do they have what it takes? They got another sponsorship from playing in our tournaments, so big respect and appreciation for them to share that and excitement as they rotate right now deeper in, creating a portal, getting right to the opposite side of the enemies to force a fight very soon. Then you have Team Vibes, team who on our Discord said, hey, we're just gonna play today. We're not looking to get sweaty. Hopefully we'll win, but we want to have some fun at the process. And I like that. So they named themselves Team Vibes, and I respect their mentality. Speaking of mentality, they're currently in a fight against Team SWAT, and we're gonna see how this plays out. Who takes the first strike between those two guys? And it looks like Team SWAT might be rotating around to the opposite side and trying to push Team Envy, but don't they know that it looks like Team Vibes is a really love triangle here, guys. And we're gonna go ahead and rotate around so you guys can see where everybody is, and everybody's just poking shots for now until the ring closes. Right now you're gonna see that one team will have to move out, and they will be in trouble for the remainder of this game here. Envy sitting comfortable in their position for the moment. And the moment that one team gets super aggressive, we shall see some crazy action happening. As you can see, Team SWAT on the backside here, very comfortable. And Vibes is the team that will have to rotate out. And we're going to take an overhead view again to see what their decision is going to be here in this scenario. And it looks like Vibes is going to stay where they are, and they're right here in the dead center. As you can see, Elite, Sabretooth, and others, and they're going to go ahead and have to make a decision. The ring is going to close on them right now. And guys, this is where it gets real good for us viewers. Excuse me. And Team Envy deciding to move up, and they're gonna push this pace a little bit, but it's gonna be an awkward scenario. And here it is. The fight begins right next door to each other. Team Vibe versus Team Envy. Can Vibe pull it out, or will Team Envy take control of this situation? I'm looking at the R301 game. It's gonna be critical on how they play this. Looks like Team Envy's holding the high ground in this scenario. They don't have a Gibby, so they have to be careful for a bombardment, which does come down, and it doesn't do enough damage on them. to take them out. So they are still very, very comfortable and confident. They can actually use the Valkyrie to just rotate up for a couple minutes to give the other teams a chance to fight each other. This is something I would do if all my team were up there high, and we can keep this position for the remainder of the game. One of Team Envy players go down. They down someone as well. So this is a 2-on-2 battle for the moment, looking real solid. And 2 players from Team Envy goes down, and it's looking like Vibes wants to try to steal this match, and they might just be doing that, eliminating 2 players. One last player left, and there it is. Here it is, guys. A 3-on-1 with Valkyrie flying up to the sky. She's gonna come down and be vulnerable the whole time, but she can stay up there for a decent amount of time. And now she drops, and here it is. Team Vibes with the win. Amazing finish. Can't believe it. If you go to our Discord, you'll see they said, hey, we're just gonna come in, have a little fun and play, and if we win, cool. If not, we just want to have some vibes, some good vibes. And that is the way it goes. And my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, that was beautifully done. In my opinion, that's what you want to see as a host. Teams who say they want to enjoy themselves first, more than anything else. And that's what we got. It was a great time. Incredible performance. I loved it. They really came through at the very end and took care of business. Hey, that's exactly what you want to see. Got to all the way to game 6, and we still had a winner come out and blow the show. Such an amazing event. We had some top tier performances from multiple teams, and this just shows you, you know, we have a great community. You're welcome to join. Come over to our Discord. We keep it as healthy and as positive as possible. We're only here just to give players a fair esports platform. This is your community. So come to the Discord, talk about what you like, what you don't like. How should we run different tournaments and do different things? Hey, it's anybody's game. This is all about you guys. So I'm happy to change it up and switch it up. We are going to have a couple of different formats for players who want to try some different things and enjoy different styles of formats and things like that. So feel free to get involved and jump on board. We're going to be showing y'all the scores and everything in a minute once Envy gets the ball rolling. It's been a good event so far overall, and I'm just grateful, and I want to thank everybody who's played in this, and I'm gonna give you guys a shout out in a minute, so just stick around for that. But before we do that, you know, a couple of little mini commercials. Go ahead and look at our calendar. This is my commercial. Hey, welcome to Court Battle League, where the esports greatest community for Apex Legends tournaments exist. Come over to our Discord and find out for yourself. You're looking at our schedule. This is our calendar for November. You literally have 2 more tournaments that you can enter this week for free, easily, heading over to our Discord and signing up. And we also have more next week. And of course, all of December, we will have many tournaments as well. Me and See the One You Envy pretty much running the show with the scoreboards and so much more. So feel free to get in on that. And just to explain what you're going to be getting into is there's qualifiers for you to enter as you play. If you win, you can go into the majors, which will be later on in January. But the majors will allow you to have a chance to get into the championship rounds where you can win it all and go big. Okay, so that's how that works, and we hope you guys loved it and enjoyed it as much as I did. I really did. I thought it was a good time and had some fun hosting it. There were some technical difficulties with the stream, and there was some other difficulties with some players and things like that, but we figured it all out. We had a good run, and man, oh man, team vibes, truly with the vibes. And before I get a confirmation from See the One You Envy, I'm gonna assume this is more or less the stats. In the end of the day, All you need to know is the winners were Team Vibes because they got 50, and then they also closed the game out by getting first place overall. So it was a perfectly done setup from them. And that's what you want to see. They came out and took care of business. So big respect to Team Vibes. Now I want to give a quick shout out to the rest of the teams in here. Team Phoenix, Team Grape Shot, Team SJP, Team Humble, Team DBG, Team Phoenix, Team Rex, Skyline, Goons, Team X, Reapers, FGB, Omega, Horizon, SWAT Esports, Team Envy, and Team Lion. All great players. But the best of them all for today is Team Vibes. And man, oh man, we got to take a screenshot of Team Vibes in the chat on Discord saying, hey, I just want to play and have some good vibes today. If we win, cool, but I'm not going to, you know, sweat it. That's the energy you want. And look at this. Somehow, some way, they actually come out on top and win it all. So big respect to them, big appreciation to them, and big appreciation to everybody who played and watched today's event with all the ups and downs and the grinds. I really appreciate it. And most of all, the greatest of them all, See the One You Envy, who does my scores. You know, guys, I'm hosting the tournament while I'm managing the Discord. I don't have separate teams and a bunch of groups, and I have to do all this extra work. But without See the One You Envy, who does the scores, I would be doing even more work. So big credit and respect to her for being able to be a professional and take care of business. You know, we created this nice visual for the leaderboards, and we gave you guys some really nice, you know, presentations for the streams and everything. But without the actual person punching in the numbers each single time, this wouldn't happen. So big props to See the One You Envy. Go on to Discord and just tell her thanks for everybody that's a player. I know I'm grateful to have her. With that in mind, I'm getting up out of here. I'm gonna go have myself a bowl of cereal and call my day. Have some almond milk and some cereal and watch a movie and probably play a video game or two. We gonna see. But man, it was a good night and it was such greatness. I just want to point out a couple of teams that really stand out that I saw really go crazy today. Team Lions were at 50 by game 3 and they just couldn't pull it off, but it was an amazing performance. Grape Shot really started picking up the pace as the rounds went along. Team Envy won 2 in a row. I thought they were gonna win 3. I was starting to believe. I felt like the Matrix, Neo. I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be happening. They can fly, and it was incredible. And it's an all-female squad, so even more respect, because females deserve a lot more recognition. And we might host a all-female tournament and feature them, hopefully, as well. We've had events where we were trying to set all that up, so we're gladly set up an all-female crew and do things in that nature to kind of pay tribute to the amazing women in gaming and in life in general. So let's talk about a community. You guys have been incredible. We killed it today. If you guys don't know, I stream on over 30 platforms. We get thousands of viewers at times. Of course, we get hundreds sometimes, but thousands of viewers. Very few here and there, maybe on YouTube or Twitch will be low, but then you go over to Facebook or you go over to even Instagram or whatever platform and you'll see numbers skyrocket. So I appreciate the viewers as well for coming by and just hanging out. Let's just appreciate it. But yeah, you can always show your support. You know where to go to find me and to find our tournaments, and get over and get involved, be a part of it. So big props to everybody. Bing said Slade's cracked. Yeah, he was. GG from Clutch. Joe said GG to everyone. Envy Clips said GG's. Yes, yes. War Ring Legends says GG's. Thanks for the fun. Awesome time. Thank you. Electric Honey says GG's. And Mord says GG's as well. Silver Platinum, what's up? Thank you very much. And Spotlight in the building saying GG's. I see all you guys, man. GS, the grape shot, also. See you on the 12th. Okay, you signed up for that one. Awesome. Good vibes for sure. We will see you guys in the finals. No way you guys don't make it. That'll be interesting. Shout out to Joe showing love to a different team, to Team Envy, for being great. I mean, yeah, it was a little bit unbelievable to see them win back to back. For a second, you're like, whoa, that rarely happens in these events. Teams kind of just go back and forth and, you know, can get it interesting. But it was great. And Savi, thank you for coming. The 11th is Raven Spotlight's birthday. Guys, we got to do like a celebration. That'll be amazing. For sure, the games were amazing. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, to be honest. Some of the games got really good. You know, once we got to game 3, things got real. I mean, the first 2 games were crazy. It's still unbelievable. I'm still baffled by those. But once we got to game 3 is where it really started picking up, you know. And said Warring, he said, you guys are cracked. I could dig it, man. I love the fact that everybody's showing love in the chat. That's what we do it for, man. I appreciate you guys. We'll be picking up the slack as we go. It was a great night. Good times. I just enjoy this, guys. I enjoy putting communities together. I enjoy building with you guys. This is my life purpose as far as just building communities in different ways. I've done it with music. I've done it with gaming now. You know, I'll probably go and do it with something else in the near future. Just continue this reign of community building. But yeah, see you guys on the Discord. Hit me up on social media. Tag me, Mad Gamer INC, if you need my information. As far as being able to connect and network, and I'll retweet you guys and share your posts. I'm proud of all my teams coming out and being so amazing, you know, to be able to have y'all on my events. It's awesome. So yeah, rock out. With that in mind, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm grateful to have y'all. I'll see y'all very shortly. I'm gonna leave it here and come back later. All right, so have a good night. Sweet dreams. Peace.